Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bomber Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfella of Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you, get 18% off. We out. All right, the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury 2 February, I think 22nd pay-per-view card is set. The televised portion. Top Rank and PBC have one fight on the televised portion. They added that they one of their fighters will be going against each other, so you will have a Top Rank versus PBC fighter. Maybe not the fight people wanted to see or people that people know about. But let's talk about the full card and give a short synopsis. Well, not short, but a synopsis on the card. But we back, Goodfella Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Share the video. Appreciate the love, support. Want to make a donation to the channel, just share the video for your boy. And, it's going to be a 4-fight televised pay-per-view card. It was originally slated to be 3. Top Rank had a fight to make on there. Premier Boxing Champion had a fight to make on there. Then Fury and Wilder will be going head up against each other, but that changed when they added a fight. Some people thought it might have been Postal Ramirez since it was canceled. Some people thought it was going to be Qdoba versus Lipias. Qdoba is the guy who beat Luis Collazo, the last name, so we call him on this channel. With the fight will be Sebastian Fundora versus Daniel Lewis. Daniel Lewis is an Australian fighter I'd never seen before. Sebastian Fundora, I know about him because he's the 6'6" junior middleweight. All right, yes, they have a 6'6" junior middleweight, somebody taller than Jamonte Clark, somebody taller than Jason Rosario, somebody taller than Demetrius Andrade when he was down there, somebody taller than was another tall guy, Willie Nelson, who was 6'3" at the division. You have a 6'6" junior middleweight competing at the division, and they will be opening up the televised portion card. That just shows you that they're being very, very, very frugal on handling this pay-per-view card. We seen the final press conference yesterday with Wilder and Fury. I don't know what the point of that was because it was hella boring. They was doing nothing but giving each other compliments. And the reason they couldn't get Raw because they was on regular Fox TV, and there's words you can't say on regular Fox TV, but they could have just said that the promotion has, it hasn't been good. And when people mix up with the promotion and the network, Fox is not a promoter. Fox is, you can say they market, but the promoter needs to be doing better promotion. But, for me, they trying to make this a big, huge fight, which is really not to me. I don't want to see goofy-ass Wilder and goofy-ass Tyson Fury stumble over their feet and fight each other. The last fight was boring to the 12th round. In the card, it doesn't make me want to go to the movies and see it. It doesn't make me want to pay $75, $80 to see it. Now, Bob Arum did say they tried to do they tried to reduce the price of the pay-per-view, but I guess PBC, Fox, and ESPN wasn't going for it. Not sure who he's referring to that said no to that, but they did try to reduce the price, but that didn't work. But like I said before, Fundora and Daniel Lewis, that should be on the prelim card. You know what I'm saying? But when you talking about pay-per-view on the cards, there was no fight on there that was going to make people pay for it. Even Lipias and Qdoba, how they look at it, what's the other one? Jose Ramirez and Victor Postal. Casual fans don't care about the undercard. Bob Arum said it time and time again. To be honest, they could have scrapped the whole undercard and they could have just put Jose Ramirez versus Victor Postal on there. And I don't think people would have been mad. I think people don't want to sit through a whole pay-per-view card and it's boring. That's the thing about it. Even if they did a one fight, just a pay-per-view, I think people pay $80 for that. But other than that, the card is atrocious. You know what I'm saying? They got 6 prelim cards on there that'll be simultaneously streamed by Fox and PBC. Fox, PBC, and ESPN Top Rank. Top Rank is named their 3 prelim card to fights. It'll be Gabriel Flores taking on somebody. It'll be Javier Molina taking on Amir Ahman. And I think it's going to be Drew and Acostas fighting somebody. Don't quote me on that. PBC has not named any prelim fights yet. And in PBC fashion, that's how they do a month before the fight. They still haven't named any prelim fight cards. So it won't surprise me if they don't have no prelim fights. You know what I'm saying? But other fights on here, you got an IBF title eliminator between Gerald Washington and Charles Martin. And you got Navarrete taking on somebody else whose name was just on the screen that I don't know. He's from the Philippines, and he lost 2 of his first 4 fights as a professional fighter, but he hasn't lost since then. So, I'm going to be real with you. I ain't paying for it. Like Wilder, but I don't like him that much. I'm not about to spend $80 right around Valentine's Day and other important days for myself on a card that the first fight, it was pedestrian. The card was pedestrian. It was lame. This card looked lame. Nothing I really want to see on it, not even the main event. I know it's going to be a huge, huge fight for the media to go to because you're going to have ESPN fighters, the top-ranked fighters there. You're going to have Premier Boxing Champion fighters there. People going the highlight of the weekend is not going to be Wilder and Fury. The highlight of this weekend for media to go there, and for the hardcore fans, is Errol Spence going to show up? Is Terrence Crawford going to show up? Is Crawford going to press Errol Spence and Sean Porter? And, you're going to see other, are the PBC fighters going to show up? And the top-ranked fighters going to show up? And if they're going to kind of have like some Avengers type of thing, Marvel vs. Capcom going there, Captain America crew, the Iron Man crew, are they going to talk a lot of junk to each other and build up some fights? And is some people going to get embarrassed there? But that's really the highlight if you go to this fight card, is to see all the different, top-ranking Premier Boxing Champion fighters in the same venue and walking around Vegas. But to me, this ain't no Evander, Lennox Lewis, or no Riddick Bowe, Evander, or Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis type of fight. It's two goofy heavyweights that I really don't care if they fight again. If they never fought again, it wouldn't have bothered me. You know what I'm saying? At one point, I cared about Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. If they fight, they fight. If they don't, they don't. Like I said before, I sat through this terrible division for the last 20 years and watched the David Haye and the Klitschko fights and all the terrible Povetkin Klitschko's and the Ariola Klitschko, Thomas Adam and Klitschko. Like I said, I ain't really missing nothing. If they fight, they don't fight. They fight, they fight. As far as AJ and Wilder. But, how was Charles Martin and Gerald Washington the IBF Eliminator? I don't know. Nobody really cares. So, they can set themselves up for an AJ fight down the line next year, which neither one of them got a chance. Martin already got whooped, and Gerald Washington already got whooped. And Daniel Lewis and Fundora, I don't know much about them, but maybe it might be a great fight. Emanuel Navarrete seemed like he in another showcase fight, but like I said before, it is what it is. And from what I heard, I wouldn't expect these two networks to be working with each other for a long time. It's been horrible. It's been terrible. It's been a lot of beefing going back and forth between the two. And like I said before, I think when you talking about Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fighting, I think everything I heard is going to be very, very, that's not going to happen unless Errol Spence go in there and demand that fight, or, he walk across the street and make the fight. I heard that fight. I heard, it's far from happening due to some of the malfunctions they got going on, disconnects they got going on between the networks and stuff of that nature. It's a power struggle. When you put two kings in the media world together, of course, somebody going to try to be the head honcho. It's supposed to be a co pay-per-view, but really ESPN is producing it, but they are selling it on the Fox app and Fox Sports, and you can buy it through pay-per-view, so you don't exclusively have to go through ESPN Plus like you got to do with most ESPN pay-per-views, which are mostly with the UFC, MMA. So, like I said before, man, I ain't sitting through it, bro. I ain't paying for it. I'm just not. I might watch the Navarrete's fight, but I might go to a bar. More likely, I might stream it and look at the main event. But like I said before, they tied into two fights: Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. We'll see if Fury, come back, and if he beat Wilder, Wilder want a rematch. If Wilder beat him, will he want a rematch? That's gonna be the situation right there. But most people believe that Wilder gonna knock Tyson Fury out, where he don't want a rematch. But I don't understand why would they tie themselves into a trilogy. You know what I'm saying? What if this pay-per-view don't do good? Because they really not doing no great promotion. I don't hear people talking about it around the universe and stuff of that nature on social media or out in the free world. But, maybe they know something I don't know. They say 2 million pay-per-views. Maybe they really believe that, and that's the reason why they're going to push the pay-per-view again for a trilogy. But hopefully the rematch sell it once and for all, and they can move on. But obviously if Wilder lose, he going to come back and get a rematch. If Fury lose, like most people think Fury going to just fall into an abyss and retire, or just do his WWE type of thing. But hey, once again, you got Navarrete versus a guy from the Philippines. You got Gerald Washington versus somebody from Charles Martin. You got Fundora taking on Daniel Lewis from Australia. So you got a 4-fight card pay-per-view. So that is what it is. Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. Check our heavyweight boxing playlist, boxing news playlist, and I'll link a source in the description from Mike Coppinger, a.k.a. according to sources, proving this to be factual. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you guys think about the undercard. And once again, PBC hasn't announced any prelim cards yet, but I'm sure the announcement is going to come. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV. We gone.